Okay, just doing a quick little audio test. Okay, let's get started here. Hey, good evening, friends. How are you all doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a great night. Thanks for joining me in my live stream. This is our jam session live stream, our storyboard jam session live stream. So, hey, YouTube friends, I'm a live action storyboard artist, and my name is Paul Angeli, and I bring to you this this channel here and having fun with it. This channel is quickly gaining momentum, and I really appreciate everybody joining in on the live streams. For those that are joining me on the live stream, or those out there catching me on the replay, this YouTube channel, the Paul Angeli YouTube channel, is growing really quickly as a resource for storyboard artists, budding storyboard artists, and filmmakers out there about the language of the visual language of what we do as storyboard artists. And I really appreciate you joining me weekly and joining me tonight. With that said, right now we've been doing a lot of different live sessions here, 3 days a week, and we bring you some storyboard demonstrations, some tutorials, and some sketch sessions that we all sort of are together on. Let me quickly flash that back on the screen real quick. So the program that I have currently right now is on Tuesdays. We're doing storyboarding, mastering the basics, and this is sort of our tutorial type of lessons. And you can catch the playlist there of all of our storyboarding, mastering the basics series. We've talked about camera angles, composition, quick cheats on storyboarding, sort of the fundamentals of how to tell a good story using the medium of storyboards for your feature film, for your feature animation, your serialized TV animation, video games, music videos, or even just client videos, or even your YouTube videos on how to storyboard those out. So on Thursdays, we do our sketching after hours, and sketching after hours is really important. You got to build that pencil mileage up and put those reps into your sketching. So it's sort of a session that we could all join at whatever time and fill up those sketchbooks. And then on days like today, it's just our storyboard jam session where I pick a topic. Tonight we're going to be discussing the 1968 film Bullitt and be putting together a quick little car chase scene. So we're going to have some fun with that. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing that with y'all tonight. So looking forward to it. Okay, back over here. Let me pop this off real quick, and let me put my contact information up there for you, for those of you that want to get in touch. Again, my name is Paul Angeli. I'm a live action storyboard artist. You could reach me at my email, which is mr.paul.angeli@gmail.com. You can check out my website at www.paulangeli.com. And again, a lot of folks are catching up with me on Instagram. You can find my handle at Mr. Paul Angeli, and I can catch you there at any time. If you're joining in for the first time, or this is your first time stopping by trying this out, please put a little comment into the chat. I'll check the chat in just a second. Just to say hello to everybody who's joining us on the chat. Like I said, we've been bringing this YouTube channel has been going now strong for a little over 2 months. We just broke 500 subscribers, and I want to thank you in the live stream and you folks watching on those replays for helping supporting this budding visual storytelling resource of a YouTube channel. So thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. Every day I sort of see it sort of tick up. We're getting close, but it's great to see it get over 500, and now let's go off to 1,000. Please share this information off with his fellow artistic friends or filmmakers, and I'd love to see how much we can grow this particular channel. I keep coming to you dedicated 3 days a week, and then I've been doing a lot of shorts. I got a lot of cool things coming out in the month of December and in January in 2024, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you. So again, this is a resource for artists, visual storytellers, and filmmakers, and we're sort of focused on visual art of visual storytelling, and I appreciate you joining up. So if you're just trying to level up your work and trying to improve and have better composition or whatever you're trying to do with your storytelling, or you're just hanging out, just to sort of hang out and kick the tires to see what this is all about and what storyboarding is all about, I appreciate you joining in. So make sure you subscribe, and so you don't miss one of these live streams. Click that bell notification button so it lets you know every time I'm ready to post and have a live stream. I look forward to bringing you more shorts and some more poignant training videos as we get going on in terms of what we have. But I'm out weekly. I appreciate you joining us each and every week. So let's check with the chat real quick. I have my good friend Andreas from Alaska. Hey, what's up, Andreas? Doing all right? And I'm sorry, Andreas. I forgot where you were from, Andreas. Bullitt, a classic. Andreas said. So Andreas said Bullitt, a classic. I'm sorry, that was Tornado T. That was from Alaska. Bullitt, a classic. Andreas said, congrats for blowing through 500. Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's just an affirmation, that we're going in the right direction, and I really appreciate folks like you, Andreas. And if you want to in the chat, Andreas, put your Instagram handle so people can see your work and what you've been working on and stuff like that. Vancouver, very cool, very cool. That's right, Vancouver. Yeah, but Andreas, put your Instagram handle off on the chat so people are checking it out and they can check out your work. I think I really appreciate folks taking the time to share their work with me. Andreas shares each session's work with me, and just fantastic to see you artists out there growing in skill sets and having fun with this. So again, if you're just joining in for the first time or joining us here on the live stream, drop your name in the chat. Just like to know who we're with today. Okay, let's get started on our jam session. I'm ready to rock and roll. It is close to midnight over here in East Coast, and so tonight we're going to be talking about car chases and having some fun. This is a good challenge. I thought it was a good challenge to take on for myself. I've done quite a few over the years, and I'm just going to sort of have fun with you folks and sort of different ways we can sort of attack this. We'll keep it sort of simple tonight because it is a lot of drawing. I haven't done a lot of tutorials on drawing vehicles and things like that, so we'll have some fun. But I'm sort of I was inspired by the 1968 film Bullitt, okay? And this movie I think it inspired many filmmakers and artists as the definitive car chase scene, and that was a huge portion of this particular film. It was directed by Peter Yates and came out in 1968. It stars the infamous Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen, you have to have seen Steve McQueen before. If you're a student of films, and there's so many great movies that Steve McQueen had done, from the Magnificent Seven to The Great Escape, and of course Bullitt. He played what was his character's name? It was Steve McQueen. He was Detective Lieutenant Frank Bullitt. Okay, and he's infamously known as driving the 1968 Mustang GT in that green color. You've probably seen that many times in various different variations of that particular car. I know that was a huge chase scene, and if you know anything about Steve McQueen, he was he was out there doing these types of things, doing his own stunts. You saw the his motorcycle jump in the Great Escape, and his motorcycle riding abilities. Very adventurous actor, and did a lot of his stunts for this particular movie too, and did the driving. The other actors in this film was Robert Vaughn, if you're familiar with Robert Vaughn, Jacqueline Bisset, Don Gordon, Robert Duvall, and Simon Oakland and Norman Well. There's a lot of great actors in this, and you've seen these probably as actors in different movies. But there's a big sequence in this particular film, and I think it was one of the greatest, car chase scenes. And if you're a student of film, you're watching that scene. So if you've never seen the film Bullitt, give it a watch. Put it on your watch list of movies to watch, and especially watch that car chase scene between the 1968 Mustang GT and the Dodge Challenger there. There's two hitmen that are chasing Frank Bullitt, and Frank's trying to lose him. It was all filmed in the city of San Francisco, and a lot of the shots were on location. That's my hometown, growing up over there in the Bay Area, and you can understand why all the roads and stuff are like that through the San Francisco hills and stuff. But a great sequence, a lot of movies have been inspired by this. If you're watching any of the John Wick, franchise of the movies, you got Keanu Reeves doing a lot of stunts and through very brilliant car chases and things like that. If you're going sort of the old school way, you can check out year 2000. Nicolas Cage came out with a Jerry Bruckheimer movie, Gone in 60 Seconds. They had that his favorite car, Eleanor, another Mustang, and there's a lot of other movies that have had great chase scenes in cars, or whether it be a TV show, something like Starsky and Hutch, Dukes Hazzard, that type of stuff. James Bond, even in Diamonds Forever, and Sean Connery doing a huge chase scene with his vehicle there too. So lots of different stuff out there, stuff to check out and have fun with this. So we're about ready to draw tonight, so let's go over to the drawing table here, and I hope everybody's doing great. Take a quick little sip here, and we're going to get into some action here. Okay, so I sort of have all my notes here. We did a little bit of film history. That's what I love about these jam sessions, is we're going to share. And Andreas, I'm looking forward to seeing some of your work that we're doing here. Okay, boom. So I have this this sort of car I drew, and this is sort of I would say this is the final drawing going into the film and stuff like that. And you can sort of get an idea of what we do. I got a car spinning out on the road, taking off, another Mustang, going through there and going down the street here. Something I put together a little while ago for another project, and have that here for you, in terms of what we're doing. But when you're drawing, and you're drawing a vehicle or something like that, let's just dumb this down just a tad bit, just for simple, see through, and let's draw that, So when we're drawing, and when I'm drawing, just sort of show you my processes of what I'm doing. Let's just see how this line works here. Get some black here. What I'm thinking, and I'm doing my initial thumbnails for boards, I'm not going to draw as complicated as the image that we saw earlier in what we're doing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna think in terms of rectangles, in terms of what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm just going to sort of think like that. And when you're drawing your car, let's just say you have your wheels in there. And there's some artists that are just absolutely fantastic at drawing cars. And I think that the point of everything is when you're drawing all we're trying to do is get the icon. So if I draw an icon like this, let me throw it on there real quick. And we're talking shapes, shape language, and that type of stuff. Let me just sort of fill this in a little bit in terms of what we're doing here. And we're talking silhouette a little bit. Okay, we're drawing that car. So if you think about the silhouette of a car, and that's what we sort of drew here, sharpen this up a little bit. And all we're trying to do is show our viewer we have a car here. That's it. And when you're doing your storyboards for the first time and you're doing all this stuff, all you're going to do is show that we're drawing a car. All we need is that icon. Right now we're sort of looking in silhouette right now. We don't need all that detail. We don't need all the fancy lines. We don't need all this stuff on there. But, you know, we're just trying to draw a car. And if you see the silhouette of a car, you know it's a car. And if we're going to go draw it on the road or the street, they'll usually have a cast shadow in terms of what we're doing, okay? And that's pretty simple. We don't need to draw all this detail. Yeah, the final image, sure, knock yourself out, you know? Make sure that this car up on top is there, you know? You know, we just need to have that silhouette in terms of what we're doing. And, you know, so all we're trying to do. And if the car is going fast when you're drawing that board, you can sit there and just thin up your lines and just get those lines going on here. So, okay, here I have my car, and I'm going to go fast. You know, the car's going fast, you know. You're going to add some smoke or some, you know, it's peeling out, whatever it is. You know, if you want to add a little bit more detail, sure, draw your headlights, your headlamps in it. Like that, you know. Have that information in there. Okay, now you de facto car, but it's still really simple. And when I'm drawing storyboards for the first time, and I'm just sort of out there getting this knocked out real quick, I'm not doing a lot of detail. I just want to sit there and get that image, boom, up. I want to tell the story. I want to get rolling and keep it really simple. Okay, so the simpler you're drawing your boards, the quicker you can get, and then you can go back, and we call it iterations. So I'll do a rough pass, a really thumbnail pass of that storyboard sequence, and then I'll get approvals on that, sort of to make sure we're on the right direction of where we're going. I got the right shots, I'm telling some story, I got some feeling, I have some subtext, you know, and I don't care if, and we're talking a basic car chase. I don't care if it's a car chase, a spaceship chase, the speeder bike scene, you know, from, which one was that, Return of the Jedi. It doesn't matter. There's always a horseback chase scene, rain chase scene. You know, you're going to use a lot of these. In most Hollywood movies, you're going to see some sort of chase scene at some point in time. You know, within an action or a thriller movie or something. You know, somebody's chasing somebody else to get the MacGuffin or whatever it might be. So keep your board simple. What we're trying to do is just trying to crank this stuff out and tell the story. Then you can go back and then I can sit there and do some research. Well, maybe I wanted the you know, the Dodge Challenger from today, or I need a BMW, or I need a Volkswagen Bug, or I need a you know, a Maserati, or you know, or I need a Tesla or something, you know, in my shot, or for my commercial for an advertisement or something like that. So then you can go do your research, you know, once you sort of have the basic shots of where you're going to go and how you have fun with it. Okay, so with that said, let's get back into what we're doing. Again, you know, it's cool to see these things, and that's sort of a finished product after you put all that work into it and having some fun with it. But tonight I probably won't go to this extent in terms of what I'm doing. We just want to tell the story and have a good time with it. So again, if you're, I know Andreas is on, if you're just joining and watching over here, please join into the chat. Let me know you're here. It's always cool to meet new faces and you know, meet new people. We had quite a few people during our lessons again on our sketching after hours. So we got some new people and a lot of different places from around the world. So feel welcomed. I appreciate you being here with me tonight. And so let's get going. Let's start for storyboarding and stuff. So, okay, go over here. So we're going to turn this off. We're going to turn this on. But okay, so when I'm working, I'll have like a template system. All different folks work different ways. Sometimes let me throw another layer on here. Some people like to work with sort of a grayscale a little bit, and helps the brightness of just staring into your desktop. Some people like to work like that, whatever it might be in terms of what you're doing. I tend to, when I'm drawing boards, is when right now, I'm going to pull it up in Photoshop so you can sort of see here. I tend to, when I'm drawing, I try to keep it to tools when I'm teaching. You know, I'm just using a round brush, no fade, no soft. It's going to be a hard brush in terms of what I'm doing and how I'm drawing in this particular. And I'll usually use a line in terms of what I'm doing. Just give an example here. Let's just I try to keep it pretty simple. I try not to get too crazy. So if I'm like drawing a person or something like that, you know, we've done it with the face demos or what we're doing. I try to keep it sort of simple in terms of what we're doing here. You know, I'll do something like this if I'm just drawing a quick person or just a close-up shot, maybe given the I'll just draw it quick, and then I'll come back in with just a little bit thicker brush. Just come in, draw a little detail if I need to, and I'll just drop it in like that. In terms, and that's all I'm doing here with shots. If I'm trying to, because I want to get on to the next shot. You know, sit there all day with this stuff. Whatever it might be, I'll keep it sort of simple. So, and I try to draw like this when I'm doing my first pass on things, just to throw stuff down. You'll see me. I usually use a 3-pen scenario when I'm here at home. I do a lot of my thinking on paper, and sometimes I'll just I use a big pen. I'll use a couple different Sharpies. I'll just use a normal Sharpie, and then I'll use that sort of thicker Sharpie just to get it. I'll open up a window too, so I'm not get all the toxic fumes from all this stuff. But these are the 3 usual implements. The reason why I use pens and not pencils is I want to. I don't have a lot of time to noodle things, and in sketch I'm not trying to draw a perfect artwork. I'm trying to boom, get the image down, go into the next shot, next shot, next shot, next shot, next shot, and then put those shots together and say, okay, can I tell a sequence? Am I telling a story? Am I hitting the story beats that I want to hit? And then I can come back through and massage it a little bit more in terms of the way I'm drawing and stuff. So, and then for those folks that are working on animation and things like that, maybe you need to be on model. Maybe you're looking more of in a sense, what you're drawing is almost animatic. It's the animatic going off to get the animation done when it goes gets farmed out. So there's a few different things that folks are working on in different styles. But for what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to. I think the hardest thing is to throw that idea onto paper, throw that idea onto your digital setup or whatever you're working with. Hey, that's the hardest thing. So just get it out. Don't worry about it. I'm not showing this to anybody. I know we're doing it sort of live here, but and that's fine. I'm happy to do that and show you what you can do and how this is going to go, and then you play with it from there. And but I call it iterations. I'll iterate until something I'm really pleased with, and then that'll be the final thing. And sometimes time doesn't allow it. You know, sometimes a director or a client wants, hey, I need line art. I need it now. I don't have time for you to sit there and give me these fancy Mona Lisa drawings. You know, we're paying to get the story told, and how can we get that blueprint as quickly as possible? So that's where all that practice pays off and all that practicing. So I'm going to quickly think about where I'm going to go with this, and then we'll sort of go from there and stuff. So I don't know if we want to just start on the car chase or how we want to do this. Okay, so I am just sort of thinking out loud here, getting to our storyboards here. So let's go like that. So we're going to go, what I might do is do a couple boards and then we'll throw our just sort of thinking out loud as we're having fun here. Get a, let's do it as a 7. And just sort of setting up our establishing shot here. And just sort of looking at it. And now I'm thinking, okay, we're in I'm thinking of the prairie, I'm thinking of the desert, I'm thinking of that type of arena. And what we're doing here. And then when I'm talking about the thickness, if that's a 7, let's double that to a 14, and it's just sort of and we're just thinking quick. We're not doing anything fancy. We're just doing some rock formations. We wanted to show that this is the desert. Keep it something like that. In terms of what we're doing, we might even thicken them up a little bit. Maybe have something close up. Maybe throw another layer in there. Like that, and we can do over here is okay, and then we can do something like just throw it on oops. Like this. Let's duplicate that real quick. And go. I just want to have it on the blue of some sort. Just a little bit of blur there in terms of what we're doing here. Add some depth to what we're doing. Okay, so we have shot number 1 here. And one of the things that we always want to do is when you're and this goes for for you new board artists out there, and you're learning this stuff, you want to, let's say you're submitting this type of work in and stuff, and you're showing it as a certain one page. Always make sure you have your page, your panel numbers, your shot numbers in terms of what your frame numbers, in terms of what you're doing. So if I sort of back out of this, I know this is frame 1, frame 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. And for the folks, we'll do a portfolio type review too. But you always want to have your information on there too. So let me just say page, no panel, no frame, shot number, excuse me, shot number, and then you'd always want to put your information up there too. And like if I'm going to submit this work and it's a single page, for example, 8.5 by 11, what's the project I'm working on. Also too, maybe I'll put my name up here and say Paul. It's a little cheesy, so I don't know. Let's do it with the topography on there. Something like that. Storyboard, Angeli, and have that up there. And then you want to make sure you have all your contact information up there as well. So I'd be up there, Storyboards, and then put out your contact and put your website, www.paulangeli.com, and then maybe you put your phone number, all that stuff. Maybe you can reach me at So I think it's super important to get all your data on there, so you're sharing with the folks what you're doing. So when you go, if you're going to say you're going to submit this work, sorry to go off on a tangent here, but I think it's super important to share your data, what's going on. So having that information on there. Also, what shot number is this? Okay, so we sort of have that there. And I'm just sort of thinking along the lines of our chase scene and stuff. So let's get the new shot. Let's see here. Duplicate that layer one more time. Put it up there. Bam, get that up here. Just thinking if I want to do that shot or something else here, have some fun with this. don't do that. How about we have that? We want to show it's the desert. And the next shot we have so we're going to cut to another shot. Trying to think of terms of what we're doing here. Maybe we have something like this. I'm gonna sign this as gas. Up. See. Let's screw this a little bit. I don't like that at all. And just rotate a little bit. Just do it like that. And gas 375. So it's giving us the story that yes, we are at a pump, a gas station pump, something like that. I'm just going to add some. Go. Like that. Cool. Okay. And I want to see that gas station at some point in time. So yeah, I'm going to put down the node, but I need to look to see what a gas station's looking like. How do I, formulate that real quick? Let's just draw a gas station real quick with the pumps and all that stuff. So I'm sort of do a mental note here. Okay, so I'm sort of, let's get a horizon line going on here. Let's see. Just sort of thinking out loud a little bit. Gonna have the pumps. So thinking here. Just sort of thinking buildings, stuff like that. Thinking pumps. And the car. When I'm thinking of the car, I'm not trying to draw any type of car right now. I'm sort of thinking in shapes. Got my grill, my headlights. What am I doing? Got the guy pumping. Maybe some of the oil, whatever. Usually have the oil stacks or whatever over here. Turns are down. This is gas. Maybe you see that sign back here. Let's say how much did we charge? Okay, let's double check that real quick. $3.75. He's got the dinosaurs thing, you know, gas station type of thing. So if I'm going to board something like that, I'm just trying to tell the story. All we have is that character sitting there pumping some gas. We have the road here, and so let's draw that road up a little bit in terms of what we're doing. So then I'll get that thicker brush. So let's go to 14 and just sort of change what we're doing here. Get that road here. I'm just thinking of just shapes right now. Change what I'm doing. We have that. We have our car. Just so we got pieces underneath the car. Windshield. With the grill. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm not really drawing anything. I'm just thinking in black and white right now. Just throwing down some stuff. Look at that. Look at the dinosaur thing. On the gas, maybe we have some telephone poles, and walking through. We have our, and then another thing too that you can do is just use your shape tools sometimes. This one will just paint a little bit. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just thinking out loud. In terms of what we're doing. And I'm making this up as we're going along, friends. I don't have anything preconceived ideas or anything I'm doing. Got the oil with the oil can displays here. A little window here. Tells you what we're doing. We have the pump here. Screen. Tells what we're doing. Gas. Got the sign there. We have our guy pumping the gas. We have the vehicle here. In terms of what we're doing. Okay, there's that shot. There's some stuff here to show. In terms of what we're doing. It's pumping some gas. Sort of going on the fly here, friends. Okay. And don't forget, we want to put those shot markers in there too. So that was shot 1. This was shot 2. Shot 2, shot 1, shot 3, and then maybe we'll zoom in a little bit on the character with the car. Let's just say that character. Just sort of thinking out loud here. And he's just sitting there. It's doing that here. He's top of his car. Let's see here. Try again. Get it further away. I'm just sort of thinking the top of the car. He's there. Pumping the gas. Windshield. I'm just sort of thinking about a guy here. Just sort of thinking, out loud here. Just sort of coming there a little bit. Moving around a little bit. Maybe he's just smoking here. That'd be funny if he's smoking. Smoking at a gas station, great. Keep it sort of simple here. If I need to, I can move him a little bit. Sort of thinking here, gas. I'm making this up on the fly as we're sitting there having fun doing this. Takes a little bit longer because I'm just sort of thinking out loud while I'm doing this. Here, okay, so there are shots. There. This is number 4. Let's put that up. So that is shot 4. Maybe he's a little nervous, this particular guy. So maybe we have him sort of looking around a little bit. I also tend to work in some thicker lines too, and I'm knocking out this stuff just to get these boards going. So if I'm sitting here looking at this guy, do something like that. And then I can duplicate that layer. Shots. Like I said, I'll come back over through this again. Shot 5. This will be shot 6. Now we're doing this shot. I'll be looking both ways. Change what he's doing. Nervous. Okay, and then maybe we'll zoom back a little bit. Just different angle of the shot. What he's doing. Cars here. Gas nozzles or whatever. Go like that. Thinking of the this is there smoking doing his thing. But how about that? Now that he's smoking. He's checking his watch. That type of thing. As we got the pump. Going in the car. So with that, use that quick regression. Okay, we got pump. To the top of the car. He's pumping his gas. Hope everybody's sticking with me and having a good time. Let me know in the chat if you're still watching along. Okay. We'll be over here. This will be now we're going to add some intrigue. Shot 8. And what we'll do here is I'm going to have somebody passing by, and he's going to, maybe they're looking for him, and they're trying to find him and stuff. So I'm going to use my black ink here to sort of make that work right here. So I want to draw this real quick. I'm just sort of thinking out loud. A little bit. So now we're in the interior of the card. And then, let's see here. Grab this real quick. As you see, we're trying just to work really quick, really loose, get this stuff going on the eighth shot. All I'm thinking right now is we got somebody here. Shadowy figure. Maybe they have a cigarette too. That shadowy figure is looking at our guy at the gas station. So you see that person at the gas station just hanging out over there. And from there, Our guy's going to tweak out. He's going to panic. So, you can sort of see where we're going so far. We almost got the first page. So again, just quickly with our thumbnails here. Okay, with our thumbnails here, we start off in some sort of desert scene. We see unleaded gas, $3.75. We have a person pumping the gas, the gas station. He's pumping away. He's a little nervous. Looks to his right. Looks to his left. Checks his watch. He's still pumping his gas. There's another car waiting outside. He sees the guy pumping gas. He notices that other car. He gets scared. And then the next shot, we hear maybe getting a sort of action shot here. Maybe, oops. Maybe get things going here. There's like some sort of let's go in here. Take it back to my other Cintiq. And sort of thinking here, let's get this down a bit. Scale that down. So now it's a car. Taking that one up. Car's there. 2 passengers. The driver's side here. Driving here. 2 henchmen. Coming through. There's Robert. He's got his hands on the dash. Two guys, 2 gunmen coming at him. He's trying to break the lines and lines. They're coming through. Okay, so this is our first part of the sequence here. And I hope you're having fun. Hope everybody's there. Drop a line in the chat if you're enjoying yourself. And then let's see, background, templates. Let's save on this real quick. Cool. So this is our first page so far. We'll continue struggling. We're going to show this car chase. Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. Awesome. Appreciate everybody popping into the stream tonight. Again, my name is Paul Angeli. I'm a live action storyboard artist. Coming to you. We're working on just some quick thumbnails here. You know, we created, how many we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, and it looks like 10. Yeah, total of 10 shots so far for what we're working on. We'll continue on a little bit further and see where we can take this. But influenced by the 1968 film Bullitt, starring Steve McQueen in his 1968 Mustang GT in that awesome green color. It's a great movie. If you haven't gotten to watch that movie, give it a watch. Right now we're just starting off our sequence. We're starting off in the desert somewhere. We have the gas price. We're at a gas station. There's one character pumping gas. Seems nervous, looking all around, and all of a sudden there's another car that's on the other side of the road, checking out this person pumping the gas. That character must have seen that other car sitting there, and now there's two people after him right now. So we're sort of having fun with that. So let's keep this chase going on, and let's have some fun here. So again, I appreciate everybody joining and having some fun here tonight with the chase scene here. Okay, let's get back in Photoshop. I'm going to turn this off. Good. And then we'll go and go on to our next frame. I'm thinking aloud here as we're doing this together. Okay, what's going to be our next shot? What are we going to play with? Okay, so we have that going on. I'm thinking I'm going to have his car here. I'm just sort of thinking. He's going to get in that car. There's that string there. He's going to grab that wheel. Shrink that shot down a little bit. Just thinking it down. It's not going there. I'm not wasting any time. Just getting into that car. That pump is there. Show some speed here. I'm getting in that car. The other thing I'm thinking of is I want to see the pump on the ground type of thing. Oops. The gasoline is just sort of thinking about the nozzle, the Gasoline just leaking everywhere. Boop, 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 boop. It's a hit. I'm doing this. Maybe we'll throw that on a red so it could show that it's dropping. And we'll do it like that. Squeeze just the heck out of it. Bam. Gas is flowing out of it. And it's there. And then I'm going to have him kick on the engine, get a move on it, moves on it. So then I'll get my block again. Get thickness there. Just show my car. Do I'm thinking he's gonna be in there. So look at his hands not real. He's over there. So he dropped the thing he got in the car, clank. In terms of what he's doing there. This. Let's redo this real quick. So I'm thinking here. Peace and calm. I'm going to do a couple things where starts the engine. And some dials. Press the key in the ignition. Here. Make the steering calm. Some dials in there. So we've got that dashboard here. Again, he's got his hands trying to get that key in there. Turn that ignition key. Vroom, vroom. And thinking of remember, your storyboards, just keep them loose, keep them rolling. We're trying to tell a story here. Keep it flowing for yourself. I'm not looking for. This is my mental. I think I was talking to a couple pros a while ago. We were texting back and forth, and we were talking about just all the work that it goes into storyboarding, and here I'm just sort of playing around with this. I'm not really using any reference. I'm just sort of having fun going at it. That's what the jam sessions are about. I'm testing myself, on my storytelling, and you at home. I know Andreas is probably working hard on his work, and getting that work done, and having fun with it. I'm just sort of just doing it, and I'm not working off a script. I'm not working off of anything else. I'm just having fun with what I'm doing, telling the story in my own mind, and I hope you guys are and gals out there are learning. I hope this takes a lot of practice, and the conversations I've had with other pros, it's just like nobody gets to see all this work. We get to see the final finished drawing of this really sweet ride and stuff, but it was all this other work, and we're joking around about it. It's like we're doing all this, and that's all the thinking work, and then we see something like that going, oh, that's the final shot, or whatever it might be, and it takes a lot to put this work together, and there's a lot of thinking that goes into storyboarding, because you're not only drawing, you're thinking of composition, and especially you're trying to tell a story through your images. I think the closest folks, in a certain way, for visual storytellers on top of storyboard artists, is somebody like a comic book artist. But you're doing it in less panels, because you have the gutter in between as your mind can make up that story. And here on the screen, we got to see those things. If we're doing an analog, we got to see all those shots. So, you know, every discipline has its own, you know, creativity in what it does. But this is a lot of the work that most folks don't get to see when you're putting things together, you know. And like I said, we just want to get this done. We want to get this roughed out. We want to show what's going on, what's the story, and then I can play around with angles and compositions and stuff. We're just trying to tell the story, and it's sort of my language to myself. Okay, guy jumps in the car, drops the gas pump there, it's leaking all over the ground. Maybe we might pick that up again and do something with that. Maybe the gas station explodes and he throws a cigarette to try to throw off the other guy. We could do that too, and just have some fun with it. The character gets back into the vehicle here, maybe he has a note to myself as maybe he has a lucky rabbit's foot on the key as he's turning the key. You know, maybe he has some sort of cool ride. And now I was thinking of the gearbox, and he's going to shift it into gear now that he's got this going. So as I'm thinking here, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to get him, you know, and have his gearbox here, and in terms of what he's doing here. Maybe the hand isn't there. Just sort of thinking out loud. Get his hand on it. He's going to shift that gear. Yeah, maybe he's shifting that gear real quick. Next shot is the foot hitting that pedal, you know. There it goes. Nikes. He's pressing that gas pedal, ready to go. We need to bounce it off a little bit, so I'm going to quick little around so we can show that what's going on. And here, boom, pushes the gas. Over here we're showing turn the key. Maybe he's moving that shifter. In terms of what he's doing. And then now he's going to start driving off here. really rough, really loose, just work quick, tell the story, and then we can go back in and do some research and see what the dashboard in the 1968 interior of a Mustang GT looks like, and what is the gas pedal on it, and maybe he's got, you know, maybe some notes to ourselves is like something like, well, hey, listen, he's got some sort of sweet ride. Maybe over here in the margin of my boards, I'll sit there and go, okay, so he's got the gear shifter, you know, in terms of what I'm going to do. He's got a stick shift here in terms of what I'm doing. How does it look like? Maybe it has maybe it's some sort of skull shifter, ghost rider type of thing. As that shifter is getting moved, you know, maybe we're drawing some notes in there for ourselves, and maybe it opens up and has some light, you know, whatever it is, or you know, so in the margins, sometimes I'll just draw some notes to myself, you know, to see if I can get those approved, and sit there and go, well, how about this? Is this, you know, we're reading that script, we're putting those things together, but in sort of like a Sergio Mad Magazine, you know, in the sort of in the gutters here, Sergio Gomez type of thing going on here. But I'm leaving notes for myself. Maybe you know, with the key, you know, what we're talking about with the key in terms of starting the car, and the key for what we have going on here. Black key, let's get the hole, and maybe there's the, you know, lucky rabbit's foot on it or something. I don't know. But just notes to myself to, you know, go back and ask those questions and see if that's something we want to put in there or not, and have some fun with it. But let's continue going. So again, for those folks that are just joining, we've got sort of this sequence here we've been putting together. We're almost about 20 shots into it. We're out in the desert somewhere. We have the sign is blowing in the wind. You know, it's got unleaded gas, 375. There's somebody here on the side of the road pumping the gas. He's sitting there smoking, which he shouldn't be doing, but he's smoking at the gas station because he doesn't really care. He's looking to the left, his right, looks to his left, just make sure he's good. He's checking his watch, something's up. Somebody else is smoking and watching him from another vehicle. He obviously notices that somebody sees him, gets nervous. Car comes speeding at them, guns drawn from whoever's in the car. And then here he drops the gas pump, the handle or the nozzle. Nozzle hits the ground, gas is spewing everywhere. He jumps in the car, turns his rabbit foot lucky key, vroom, 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 gets in the stick shift, shifts it into gear, and then boom, presses the gas pedal. I get the tennis shoe hitting the gas pedal so hard. And then the next shot, we're going to see that car speeding away. And I hope everybody's having a good time tonight. Appreciate everybody joining. Or our friends catching us on the replay. Appreciate hanging with me. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, sort of look away. Now we want to get this out of here. Let's get this car out of here. Okay. And so right now I'm thinking I want him to be speeding the heck out of Dodge. Okay. So this next shot here, we should have speed and the other thing. Okay, so we want to show him. So we're going to get some sort of shot like this with the road going here. And then give myself an angle here to play with. And we're going to get that car out of here. So I'm thinking the headlights. Thinking of the car. He's going to be speeding out of there. Okay, let's go ahead and start speeding off. And then duplicate that layer. Make it a little bit bigger. Squeeze the heck out of there. Delete some of this stuff. Okay, so you got the car sort of speeding away over here. He hit it. And the other thing we're going to do is I'm going to show the other car. I'll just do that other car in red. So the other car's behind him. Two gunmen in there. chasing behind him as we're thinking here. And then what we can do is have some fun with this and show. You know, he's out of there. He's cruising out of there. Right now we're just thinking, folks. We're just thinking. We're putting this together. We're putting this story together. We can worry about shots and how we're doing and how we're moving the story along and stuff. So hope everybody's learning and having fun. And you know, another thing you could do too is if you're doing a car chase scene, you can, in a sense, make a bird's eye view map of where each of the cars are in perspective of the city streets and diagram it all out before you start storyboarding it. You know, where's the gas station in relation to car 1, car 2, the people, all that stuff, and then sort of the course with the mapping of the course, and then you can go ahead and figure out what your shots are. There's a few different ways to do it. Right now we're just having fun doing it on the fly and enjoying ourselves in the situation that we're doing right now. And hopefully everybody's learning, having a good time in terms of what we're doing. Got a lot of people watching or popping in here and there. Really appreciate everybody taking the time to hang out and watch. And excited to see everybody's work once you sort of get some time to work on this a little bit. So, okay. So we got that. And then next we want to show this car chase in terms of what we're doing. Next thing I want to do is I want to have the one car follow the other car, showing it passing by. So maybe we'll go like this. Let's see. Let's get I'm just sort of thinking out loud here and sort of thinking about perspective and how the cars are rolling through, and our main character here, he's going to have his car taken off. In terms of what we're doing. Sort of taking off here. And the other car is quickly behind. Lights here. Just sort of thinking aloud. Andreas, you're nice. Thanks so much. Nice car. I know I can draw a heck of a lot better drawing this stuff. But when you're drawing, you know, we don't want to sit there and noodle this all day. We're trying to tell this story here and get this chase scene going here. And that car is taking off. This car is chasing. Like I said, we're just trying to lay this stuff down. Then we'll come back and we'll do iterations over it and clean it up, make it look super sweet. But right now, we're just trying to tell a story. We just want to lay down the shots. We just sort of play around with this. We want to, follow our script of what the director's vision is. Right now, with this project, we don't have a director. We're just sort of going at it right now and just having fun with it. I'm thinking, and one of my friends out there, Charles Raderay, fantastic storyboard artist, live action board artist. Maybe ever get to see Charles' work, just absolutely phenomenal. And I know he has a lot of the same techniques and stuff in terms of using shape, thick and thin lines. A lot of people do that, and his work is absolutely fantastic. We're going to check his work out. I tend to try to draw with a lot of thin and thick lines, use those shapes, just sort of get into the story in terms of what I'm trying to do, because I can always play with this, make it more realistic, whatever I need to do. Right now it's just the thinking process, getting it out of your brain through your hand onto this digital sketchbook or on your pad of paper or whatever you're working with to board with. And it just takes time to do it, and this is all the thinking process, and this is what the jam sessions are about. If this was easy, everybody would be able to do it. And it takes a lot of work, a lot of practice, and a passion for telling films, because I love storyboarding, because you're getting the first shot at directing the film, with the director's vision, the screenplay writer's script, or you're shooting the script that you have right now, and a lot of feedback. And so what I want to do is, right now we're almost at 20 shots, in this particular sequence in the last, I'm going pretty close to almost 2 hours right now, and we're not using any script, we're not using any feedback, we're not using anything. I'm just sort of winging it and just having fun with it. So have fun with these things, and this is where I sort of have fun challenging myself. I sort of have, and I'd love to work with some other board artists at the same time. It'd be sort of fun to sort of have little jam sessions. You see multiple styles and everybody's doing a piece of the project as you're putting it together. And that would be fun to do down the road. But it takes a lot of work, and this is all the stuff you don't get to see. I'm not going to show this in a portfolio piece. This is just my thinking work, and knocking this stuff out. So but I get to show it to you live and sort of get to show you that process, because I'm sharing my process. I'm showing how I do things and have fun. So in terms of what we're doing, let me throw this into a quick group. Get a few more shots put in here. Let's see, new group. Page 2. Okay, so as we're talking about, we're sitting here, we're starting off, got what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so almost 20 shots that we've put into this so far. And this is just our really rough storytelling of what we're trying to do, and we'll all go back in and enhance this and iterate from each time, getting approvals from my director or my client in terms of where we're going and how can this shot be done. What are the types of cars that we're going to be using in that sequence? Am I using the 1968 Mustang GT from Bullitt, or am I using the Dodge Challenger? Am I using a truck or another type of vehicle? What is the gas station? 1960s, a current gas station. What is this main character that was smoking? Who's after him? And we'll sort of work on that from there. So a lot of questions will still be answered, but I hope everybody's having fun. Let's go get a couple more panels done, and then we'll call it a night. It's getting close to 2 in the morning for me, and we'll just keep going there. Okay, so the next shot we're going to get in here, zoom in again. We got one more shot in this page, so add another layer. I go back to that cigarette, and just sort of thinking out loud. Maybe we'll do this. We got a character here. Stuff's about ready to get intense. And just sort of think, change the character here. Maybe he's going to grab that cigarette, toss it. He's driving by. Okay, so how about that now? Turn it off. Change that. There's like two, especially that. That piece there. Back up there. He's right there. And then we're going to have him grab a cigarette. Cigarette. And, this, duplicate that. So throw that cigarette. Throw that cigarette out. And then the scenery is fine. Maybe something like this. As it's dropping down. And gas pump. I'm just really quickly trying to show the show the gas pump, tell the fuel spilling out of the thing. Okay. Let's see, we got that going on here. Got the fuel spilling everywhere. And then the next shot. After this, would be the cigarette hitting that fuel. And then we'll have the two cars driving away and boom, everything blows up. Okay. We'll zoom in a little bit closer on that pump. It's a horrible looking pump. Oh. See the chat real quick. Oh, Tornado T. Looks like I got home in time to watch the stream. Or what's left of it. Lots of laughs. Hey, Paul. How having a great night? Yeah, we're having fun. Tornado T. Glad you were able to pop on and talk with us live. I hope you're doing well. And everything is going well with you this week. And hope you're enjoying yourself tonight. And jump into the I'll go do a recap real quick after I do a couple more shots, and I'm about ready to call it a night. In terms of what we're doing, we almost got about 30 panels or 30 shots in pretty soon. But let's get this this leaking going here. We just want to show that the gas is leaking everywhere. In terms of what we're doing, that cigarette is ready to hit, so let's get that in there real quick. And then show that. Remember, your rough storyboards are just roughly trying to get this stuff knocked out. I'm not looking for perfection here. We're just trying to tell the story. Is there a usable story that we're getting out of this? As the gasoline flying in, you're going to want to have that cigarette fall into the shot. Let's get some red in there. That cigarette is falling in. Get that right. Here's a go in. some sure to fall. And then we can sort of just get closer as soon as that falls. And it's going to let all that gasoline on fire. Here. Some light. That. So that cigarette falls, and then the next shot is going to be kaboom. In terms of what we're doing here. So I'm just sort of thinking here of that gas station. In terms of what we're doing here. Okay. Go a little bit further away here. Nice. Feel that dinosaur. Let's drop this down a little bit. Oops. Not what I wanted. Let's grab that. Come on. Grab that gas station real quick. Okay, I'm missing here. Let's do it. Oh. Come on, computer. Let me do this. Page 3. Trying to do is smaller. I thought it was too big. I just sort of look at that gas station. That sort of thing at the gas station. As those cars are cruising away, there's a headlight of one car. Yeah, got the other car here. Sort of thinking out loud here, friends. As we're going through this shot, I'm just like, here's the one car, here's its grill, here's its tires. As it's speeding away, this car's here. There's one here. Cars are taking off. Got the road here. They're going through. And then as they move out of frame, the only thing we can do is just go in there. Delete that car. Delete that car. And then what's going to happen is this whole plate is going to explode because that cigarette hit that glass there. And so we'll do it back down here. Can't go behind it. Try this again. And come back in. It's a little bit bigger. Just be in there. Blank. Okay, let's do a quick save on this. Get these together. Pliers, page 4. I was thinking of something funny here before I do the final hair for what we're doing tonight. it. Scale it down just a tad bit. Good. What I was thinking of too, is we had that logo, that dinosaur head logo. And so I have sort of a funny thing I was going to do is have the broken piece. The dinosaur logo head. Just come towards the viewer from the gas station. So we have that. Do that. Control. So what we do is just go like this. So that's not working. Oh, that dinosaur logo. Just get bigger here. It's flying towards the viewer. And then this shot here. Back. And the final shot, we just ended on black. Okay. Save on that. Cool. So I did about not quite 50 shots here, but quite a bit of work here tonight, having fun. So okay, just to recap real quick, and we'll call it a night. Let's check the chat one more time. Andreas, Tornado T. I'm so happy, Tornado T, you're able to join. Andreas is being here tonight. And then Tornado T, congratulations on hitting 500 subs. Thanks so much, Tornado T. I wouldn't be able to do it without you and everybody helping to support the channel. So thanks so much. Keep it going. Let's grow this channel as much as you can, or as we can together. I'm here to help you and share my my knowledge and share my journey, you know, with what we're doing. I'm trying to create this channel to be a resource for you friends out there. You know, a resource for visual storytelling. Whether it be using it for as an artist in your artistic abilities, if you want to use this for storyboards, comics, if you're a budding filmmaker and you know, or you're a filmmaker and you're like, well, how do I do storyboards? Well, come and join the party. I have done a lot of films myself, and you know, just it's there. And so you know, every week we're providing 3 different live streams right now. Real quick, just to recap, on Tuesdays I'm doing storyboarding, mastering the basics. On Thursdays we're doing sketching after hours to work on our sketches and drawing skills. And then on Saturdays, like tonight, we're doing a storyboard jam session where I sort of just pick a topic, we have fun, and just knock it out. Like for tonight, we're working off, and I was sort of catapulting this lesson off of the 1968 film Bullitt, starring Steve McQueen. But my goal is to bring you these tutorials and storyboard demonstrations and just sort of sketching to help inspire you and help you to aspire to become whatever you like to do in the visual storytelling mediums, you know. And sort of my goal is to get you going and level up your work, or if you're just trying to just hang out and just see other artists at work. So tune in each week for a new live stream. Right now, I know we got well over 25 live streams, each about 2 hours each, so there's plenty of stuff to watch and to learn from. Again, I can't wait to see everybody's work. Please share it with me on my Instagram. I'll leave my handle at the end of the broadcast here. But again, I thank everybody for joining me tonight. Please like and subscribe to help support the channel and help this YouTube channel a resource for other aspiring visual artists out there to you know, have a place to learn and build community with each other. Okay, let's real quick go through this real quick. So again, thank you, Tornado T, appreciate it. Andrea said, great time, challenging again. Good night. Have a good night, Andreas. So let's quickly go through the boards one last time. Excuse me. So we're going through, we have sort of a desert scene here. I'm showing unleaded gas. I did draw a dinosaur at the top of it. Maybe we'll add that back in. This dinosaur in this shot. There's somebody pumping gas here on the side of the road. Unfortunately, he's smoking while he's pumping the gas, but we're going to go back to that. Something's wrong, and he's looking to his right, he's looking to his left, he's checking his watch, something's not right. There's obviously somebody else in another vehicle, keeping an eye on that person pumping the gas. and all of a sudden he gets scared. Something shocked him. It's obviously two hitmen coming after him in that other vehicle, coming towards him. He drops the nozzle to the gas pump. Gas pump hits the ground. Gas is leaking all over the gas station floor. He jumps into his car, closes the door, has his lucky rabbit foot key, turns engine, hits the gear shifter, puts it into gear, pops the clutch, hits the gas. He's taken off. The other car, designated by red, is right behind him. The red car is right here. The other car is speeding away. He's sort of, I guess he's pretty confident. He's sitting there smoking still. He takes his last drag of a cigarette, tosses the cigarette out the window. Cigarette goes flying. You have the gas going bloop, 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 still in the gas station. Cigarette about to hit the gas coming out of the nozzle. Okay, all hell is going to break loose. The cigarette just touched onto the gas. Hopefully sort of cross that particular shot out. Cars are speeding away, vroom, vroom, chasing each other to get the chase scene going. All of a sudden, the gas station explodes with a big kaboom, kaboom. Gas station is blown away. And the last shot is of the head of the dinosaur from the gas station flying towards the viewer. Eyeball of the dinosaur is coming closer and closer to end shot. Anyway, again, I hope everybody had a great time tonight. I had fun hanging out with you all and having a good time and learning. And, I really hope you had a good time with what we're doing here tonight. Again, thanks for joining me. All those new friends and friends that have been with us for a while now, and I appreciate everybody checking in with me, make sure we're all having a good time. Again, thanks for all your help to get the channel to 500 plus subscribers. Let's keep going. I want to keep going, and I'm happy to keep sharing with you good folks, and I'm enjoying my time with you. So again, thank you so much for watching. I will leave you with my information here at the end, and I will see you on our next live stream. So take care, have a lovely night, and enjoy the remainder of your weekends, and take care, friends.